like, and it's gonna focus on folk and punk, both, not the stuff that sounds like Alkaline Trio and all that shit. Okay, like let's just get into it. Standard tuning. If you don't know how to tune the guitar, top string, E, string under that, A, under that, D, then G, B, and E is your bottom string. Top and bottom string, same note. There you go. You know, you can get tuner apps and all that for free to be able to use. So we're going to start with one finger chords. Real simple. So top string is going to be open, which means you do not press anything, right? The string under that, so not the top string, the one under that. I know this pisses people off. I don't care. I know it's the A string. Eat me, okay? This is for people that are brand new, right? This part. Second fret. There you go. Move that down one string, so keep the second string, the A string. This one, right there. Keep that one open. Do not hit the top string. Just hit the string under it, the second string, the A string, and the third string down. See? Right there. Second fret, press. There you go. Now do it again. Move it down one string again, which means the third string is going to be open. The fourth string, you're going to have the second fret right there. So right now. Right? And when I started out, people always told me not to do this, but I found out they don't know what the hell you're talking about. There's times to use it, times not to. Okay. Top string. Third fret. By the way, if you're brand new, these metal things are called frets. If it's first fret, it's you put your finger above the first fret. Okay, right there. See? So, but that's where I was at. So third fret, top string, right? Press that. Mute the string underneath. What's going on? Mute the string underneath by putting a little bit of pressure, right? And what I mean by a little bit of pressure is deaden the string with your finger, okay? What's going on? Hit the first three strings. There you go. So, there we go. I am just teaching people how to write their own stuff, not how to play other people's. So I don't personally play covers. I don't like playing covers. And this is for people wanting to get started. Now, I'm going to show one finger chords. I'm going to show open chords, seventh chords, power chords. I'm going to show different techniques. Basically, this video might not be completely in depth, but if you want to play, if you already play, this might give you some stuff that, you can add into your playing style, right? So, power chords. If you know them, you know them. If you don't, you don't. There's different ways you can grab them up, but we're just going to do a two-finger chord, right? Why not? We'll do the top string. So third fret, the A string, second string, fifth. And if you want, you can bar across like that. Or add an extra finger and add an extra string. Same fret, it will just be one string lower. And you can move that wherever you want. All right, let me back up, give her this a little bit more room, get to where I can actually open up for you guys a little bit. Show you. So, right there, power chords, the basics to it. There are also, there's another version that's a little bit harder. I'm going through this fast, all right? I know, but guitar lessons don't have to be really long, and you can always pause the video or whatever, right? So with this one, we're gonna do the same top string right there, same fret. So the A string and D string, it's gonna be third, and then right here, that string underneath it, you're gonna go the fret in between, okay? Bar all the way across. There you go. All right, so those are those. What's going on there, buddy? Let's see. Okay, I can even show you one of mine real quick with the one finger chords and all that, right? One finger and power chords. Here's one. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but this is how you play trenches. This is how easy it can be to write stuff like this, right? So what that is if you know chords, open chords at all, it's going to be an A is what it's going off of, right? The open A string, second string. So that string right there, and fret that. Thank you. And then the other chord for the verse part is just open top string, second fret on the A string. So dirt simple, right? 2 chords. Chorus a little bit harder, not that much. It's going to be power chords, but that's it. So second string, power chord, third fret. Okay? Then top string, power chord, third fret. Then down to the 7th. So far. Then second time through. Everything's the same. We just add 1 chord. Right there. Simple as you can get. You don't need to make it all complicated. There you go. That's the whole song. You can write one with 1 finger chords all the way through, whatever you want. But it's that simple. Okay. Don't forget the punk roots to it. You know, folk punk is still punk after all. It has that heart to it. So, Or Die Trying, one of mine, real simple, 4 chords, the whole thing. Anyone can write that stuff. So, there's a thing that people call the punk rock box, right? And the punk rock box is basically chord placement. So it's going to be, usually people do it on the dots, not always, but see, if I'm doing it on the 3, it's going to be on the 5, and it's going to be both strings. So that's the box. And this one, I'm doing the box, but I'm doing it on the 7th fret and 5th fret. What's going on? So it's dirt simple. Part A, part B to it. 7 on the top string, power chord. Then it's going to go to the 5th string on the 5th fret on the A string. And then the 7th on the A. Real easy. That's part A. So, second time through, same thing, but you don't go down. You actually go up a string and go up to the 5th fret on the top string. That's simple. So, the chorus part is just 5th fret, power chord, top string, 7 on the second, 7 on the first, 5 on the second. That's simple. Yeah, like I said, this stuff's really, really not hard. You don't have to make it super complicated. You know, that's one reason that people love playing it and everything else. And it can be complicated, right? We haven't got to the open chords yet, which, yeah, that's running you through all of those. Now, these aren't going to be easy for people. I'm not going to pretend they are. Power chords and stuff are easier, but I want to make something to where people can watch and be like, oh, I can pick up stuff, right? So we're going to start with an A. The chords are A through G. There's major, minors, all kinds of stuff. But right now we're going to stick with majors. It's going to sound like cheery stuff, but that's going to be how these chords sound. Now, second string is going to be open. So the A string, the 3 strings under that, you're going to fret on the second fret. And then at the bottom, that's going to be open. That's simple. That's an A. Now a B is a power chord. That's what it is. Well, I know you know, but this is for everyone else that might not know. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give them a good run up at this. Now a C is hard for some people. A C was hard for me to grab for a while too. All right, so the top string, you aren't going to hit it. Don't touch it, right? The A string, the second string, 3rd fret. The string below that is going to be 2nd fret. Then open string, 1st fret, and then open string. I know it's tough to get. All right, there's your C. Your D, depending on how you want to grab it, it's easy to get, okay? So you aren't going to hit the top 2 strings. Leave them alone. The 3rd string down, the D string, that's where you start, okay? Then it's 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. So on the bottom string, it's going to be 2nd. String above that, 3rd, then 2nd. So, see that? All right. An E, open top string, 2nd fret on the A, which is the string below the top string, then below that, 2nd fret, under that, 1st, and there's your E. An F, do the same thing, just move the E down 1 fret, right? And then bar your finger across the top. There we go. So, have the chords real quick for that. Let's see. Like I said, I'm just trying to give everyone every tool that I possibly can. So we're gonna go on to minor chords. Now, this is going to be a lot to take in. The easier stuff is at the beginning of the video, so feel free to rewind and catch that. But right now we're going into minor open chords, which aren't going to be the easiest for everybody, but some of these are going to be pretty easy, okay, even if you're kind of brand new. So it's not going to be, you're not going to be messing with the top string with A chords, okay? At least not the open ones. So it's going to be open 2nd string, this one right here, then 2nd fret, 2nd, 1st, open. There you go. A minor. And I'm running through this fast. You can always pause the video or whatever if you need to. So, B minor. Power chord, but with basically all your fingers in play. That's the only way that I'm able to do this anyway. You're going to be barring across the 2nd fret, starting at the 2nd string, the A string, Then it is fourth fret for the two underneath, and then it is, third. And then I'll bar and across right there. There you go. So, C minor. Like I said, C for me was a problem for a while. You are not going to touch top string. Third fret on the A string, right there, to start off. Just like with regular C I showed you, right? And then it is actually going to be top fret for the next string instead of the second, right? So it's right? And then not the bottom string, but the one above that right there, see? Right in front of it? First fret. I don't use it much myself. I did mess that up. So it's right there. That's the notes for the C minor. Like I said, I don't play it a lot, so it took me a second to remember how to even play a C minor. D minor, I already showed D. D minor is really easy. So with the D chord, it is open, D string, so third string, second fret, string below that, then it's 3, 1. So if you're going from the bottom, 1, 3, 2, open. Okay? So there's your D minor. E minor is real easy. Top string's open, second fret on the A and D string, so second and third. There you go. There's your E minor. And then F minor is just top string, you bar across all the way. Third fret on the A and D string, so second and third right here, you see, boom, boom, right there. Bar across all the way on the top. I have trouble with this because of my finger length, but that is what it is. And then G minor, third fret, first fret, so third fret, top string, first fret on the A, the second string, and then on the bottom two strings, it's going to be third fret. It's a bit of a reach sometimes, not always the easiest for people to grab, including me, right? But there you go. Now, sevenths, like I said, I'm showing you all the tools that you need. Right now, I'm doing open chords, stuff like that. The reason is because there's a lot that can go into folk punk. The easiest stuff is at the beginning, right? Like the one finger chords, that kind of stuff. Power chords. I've already done the open major chords, open minor chords, and now I'm going to do sevenths because sometimes people like Johnny Cash, stuff like that, throw stuff in to spice it up a little bit. And you might think, well, that's cool, but I probably don't want to use it. And that's what I used to think too. But let me just play something and I'll throw A7 in there real quick, all right? They kind of see. What will I do? Yeah. See how that sticks out no matter what you do. Actually, I'll play one that I have that actually has that chord in it, so you can see what I'm talking about. It has a bunch of different techniques, and I'll go through that in a second. But just to kind of show how chords can change stuff up. So, one of those was an A7. That's where the sevenths will start. Open A string, second fret, string underneath that, open, second, open. So going from the bottom string, open, second, open, second, open. Not that hard, right? B7, I barely ever play. Right now I'm going through seventh chords because depending on what kind of music you can play, you know, folk punk can be a broad thing. But this one is a B7. Like I said, I don't play it often. You're not gonna hit the top string, second fret on the A string, so second string under that is first. Then it's back to second fret. Like I said, I don't play it often, so. And then under that, again, second fret. Not the biggest fan of it. Actually, no, I forgot there's a space. That's right. So it's, if you're going from the bottom, second, open. Yeah. Second, open, second, first, second. Yeah, that's right. Like I said, I barely ever play B7s. It just doesn't really fall into what I do. So let me get my grip right. All right. C7. Bar across the third, right? And then you don't hit the top string. So it's from the A string down for a C7. You're going to bar, like I said, and then power chord basically, right? And instead of having another one on the same fret, you skip one string. So you're barring across and having a space between this finger and this finger. It's like the A7 move down with bar across it. That's all that is. And D7, real easy. So if you play the D, open D string, E, A, D, right? Right there. So this string is going to be open. Second fret, third fret, second, right? Actually not. It's, there we go. So it's second, first, second, open. Again, it might not sound like a lot, but the sevenths really just kind of jump out and punch you in the face. And normally I wouldn't be talking seventh chords and all that. And I'm not trying to get that deep into shit, right? But I'm just trying to show you what spices stuff up. All right, so E7. Open, second, open, right? So open top, second fret, open, first, third. Not my favorite to play. F7, easy enough. Bar, across the top, all the way. And then I'm trying to remember, is it? Yeah. So if you know how to do full power chords and all that, the bar across, and then 2 frets down, 1 string down, like that, right? You remove 1 finger, so you're going to keep the first note, the second note. The third note is just going to be the barred note. And instead of having it on the same fret, the next one's 1 fret up. So there you go. And then G7, simple. Like I said, 3, 2, and then bottom string is first fret. So first, top string third, this string right here, A string, second. And it's going to jump out and come in, see? So, right now that got those on, yeah, I'll show you how to play that one, all right. So, hammer-ons and pull-offs. This is a technique. Hammer on, hit a string, and then put your finger down on it with force. Doesn't matter if it's fret or not. And a pull-off is the opposite. Usually people will bend a little bit with it, meaning pull the string down and push it up a little bit before the release so there's an extra snap and some extra sound. But you don't necessarily need to. I do it all the time. It does help. Oops. A little too hard. You can even use it as part of a chord. I'll play one again. I'll show you how real quick. Do I have a name for this one? I forget. Let me check. I don't think I have a name for this one right now, but that D minor I showed you earlier, that's how it starts. So, what I'm doing is I'm hitting the D string, third string down, right? E, A, D. Hitting that one. Then strumming the whole D minor, which if you go from the bottom is first, third, second. Right? So now when I come back in, I'm hitting the third string up. So not the D string, the string underneath that, the G string. Right? And then I'm hammering on to the second fret. So you catching that? One more time. So that's our main part of the song. That second chord is an A minor. So I'm going to go from the bottom to make it easier. Bottom string's going to be open. First fret, second fret, open, and don't hit the top. Okay? So far, with the techniques and all that, you're going to get that open, D, A minor, back to the D minor. Now here's where things change up. Here's where the seventh comes in. The A7 I showed you. So from the bottom it's open, second, open, second, open. Okay? Then an E minor which is open top string, second fret, and the rest open. Then the A minor again. Then the G minor. Not G, D minor. So. See how that A7 did kind of change it up a little bit though? Not something you need to do or anything else, but something you can do. Okay, slides. Put pressure on the fret. Hit. Do not release the pressure and move your finger. Now make a chord. Do the same thing. And I'm gonna kick myself for doing this because this is a song I wrote that always takes it out of me. But and the last band is called Motorhead, but I'm gonna show you it's gonna be Talk Show Generation Now. One that I wrote the music and everything too, but with slides. Alright, let me show you real quick. Been a minute since I played this. Bear with me. Alright, that's without the chorus. I'll get to that in a minute because that has a different technique as well. But the beginning is open top string, third fret on the A string, hit them at the same time, and then slide down to 7. So, yep, 5 to 7. Then power chord on the third fret of the top string. And it's going to slide down immediately to the 5th fret. So far. Let me get this right so I can play a little bit better. Now down to the 6th. So it's always sliding with this part. Slide down to the 6th, slide back to 5. So if you're catching that, it's a slide. Upward on the 3rd, slide down to the 5th, down to the 6th, down to the 5th, 6, 5, 3, so. That's for the intro part. Now for the verse, 5th fret, top string. Right? Then it's going to be 3rd fret on the A string and 3rd on the E on the top. So catch that? That's part 1. This does have different parts. It's not the easiest for people to learn. I get it because it moves around a lot. So far, with different techniques thrown in, like I said, the slide. Then it's back to the 5. So 5, 3, 5. 5, 3, 3, 5. Then it goes to the. This is part B, basically. So part A to the verse. Part B is the 5. Then on the A string, 6, 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Part A again. Now part C is so on the 5, but then it goes up to 3 on the A string, 5 on the A string. So that's simple. Now for this chorus part, it's not gonna be as easy for people, but that's whatever. It's not that it's the hardest. Takes that on me sometimes though. That's how a song does. So power chord on the 5th fret, A string. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Move it up 1 fret. Now double speed, double time. Down 1 fret. Down 1 fret. Up 1 fret. Up 1 fret. Fifth fret power chord, top string, and this is going to have a finger drop, kind of blues type thing. So what I'm doing is barring across that 5, right? Across the 5th fret. So no finger on besides the bar, finger on the A string, 7th fret. And it's just one quick hit. Yep. So far with this one, like I said, different techniques, everything thrown in, but so, like I said, that's halfway through the chorus. The rest of the chorus, 5 on the A string, move it up 1, down 1, down 1, up 1, up 1. So it's just, you're walking it, right? Basically. Now just wait, is it? Give me 1 second because it's been a while since I played this all the way through. So yeah, power chord on the 3rd fret, top string. And that's the last chord needed for the verse chorus parts. All right. So we've gotten the slides and stuff. We're gonna get into percussive playing now. This video's going long, but I'm trying to show as much as I can. You can make it as easy as you want. Percussive playing, this happens all the time. Look at bluegrass, look at John Cass stuff, look at Woody Guthrie stuff, all that, right? And you're gonna get plenty of percussive playing, meaning bass, snare type stuff, right? Drummer type stuff. So with that, we'll just start with an E minor, right? Open top string, just hit that. Then strum the whole chord. And let go pretty much as soon as you hit. Actually, an A might be a little bit better. What I'm doing is, as soon as I'm pressing when I'm hitting the full chord, and I'm releasing as soon as it's done. So that 1, 2, right? Now, some people like to palm mute, or not really palm mute. Yeah, you can do that, of course, but you can also do it with chords. I'll show you one. This is one that's going to be off the upcoming album anyway. So after that's Americana shit. So. Actually, since it's on acoustic, I might play it a little bit different. Now I'll play this thing. So to get that sound, all I'm doing is laying my fingers across the top of the strings. I'm not applying a lot of pressure. I'm deadening the strings. That's it, deadening. Hear that? That's it. So that's how I'm able to do it so fast. I'm keeping the chord in place. That E minor, right? With me, I know everyone says don't wrap your thumb around. Well, guess what? They're wrong. There's times to do it, and I do it to deaden this top string. Comes around, hits it, deadens it. So it's that simple. When I hit the first time, boom, right? But then I wrap and I loosen up. You can hear every time that I tighten back up on it. So you can hear that last one, right? I'm coming up with this hand hard. So after that, F. So power chord, top fret, top string. Do it again, but instead of going to the F, go to the G, which is the third. All right, so the chorus on this one is a little bit tougher. Does move around a bit. It did trip me up a little bit too, even though I wrote it, right? It's not that it's super hard, it's just that it moves around. So, third fret on the A string power chord. Then it's going to go E minor, fifth fret, power chord, second string, the A string, E minor. So, that's part A. Did I knock that off my ear? No, I didn't. Okay. Part B is going to be simple as well. So part A, like I said, for the chorus. Now third fret, second string power chord, third fret top string, then fifth, right? So and back up to the third. So all right. Now you're going to do part A again, and there's a part C. I know not everyone likes multi-part things, but that's how I wrote this thing. So, like I said, part A. Part B. Part A. Part C. Second fret, power chord, A string, second string. Third. Third on the top string. And then I think it's fifth on the A string. It's been a second, so give me a second to play through it. Yep, that's the right chord. So there's that one, but like I said, like I said, I wanted to wait to show that one until we got into percussive playing because that whole part. Okay. I already showed talk show generation, but I don't know what the proper thing is called. I call this a finger drop. It's like a hammer on, but it's not. You strike when your finger hits. The sound of your finger hitting is not going to be what makes it sound, right? So, um, I'm just going to kind of show you what I mean. Here's another one that I have that's going to be off of Scamaricano coming up, but the finger drop thing, it's a mainly one finger chords with a drop. You'll see. And then I'll play real quick. I'll explain. I'll show. And even Hank Williams kind of showed me this as well. And I did this in. Actually, I do this in a few. Let me show you a few examples real quick. We'll start with a D minor, right? I showed this one earlier. Now, that one's actually a hammer on, so I'm not going to show that one. Yeah, I'm just going to show Scum. All right, so. Let me get in a good position. So I'm playing that fast, but how it goes, open A string, second fret on the D. So open second string, third string, you're going to have a fret at the second, don't hit the first. Then for the finger drop, you hear that? It's like a hammer on, but I'm hitting it at the same time. So there you go. Move it down a string. Right? It's that simple. Now, when you come back to the say, so you do it twice basically. Then it's a G. So, third fret, top string, mute the string underneath it, keep the string underneath that open, hit them all. Hit all three. You can hit that once, and then go to an F. Power chord, top string. There you go. So, it's not enough that I go to it's an E minor. That's how it ends. So I lied about the last chord. I apologize. Like I said, it's been a minute and I wrote this stuff. It's not like I'm thinking of what chords it is when I'm playing it. You know what I mean? So that's why it's taking me a second. But there you go. And the chorus, super easy. Power chord, third fret, top string, fifth fret, A string, seventh fret, on the E string. Here's the hard part, all the way up to E minor. So that's part A. Part B, a little bit hard because one more chord's added, right? So do the whole thing again. Now we go to E minor, F. So all together. So, like I said, there's that. All right, so gonna do. I'll wait on alternating bass lines real quick. Fills. All right, this next one I'm gonna show you is super simple, but adding fills in can be something that can spice things up. I used to not do it. Now I do it some, depending on the situation. I'm just gonna show you the main, well, the verse of the song first because it's super simple. It's just A minor, E minor. I mean E minor, A minor, in that order. So if you already know those chords, you already know. So I just hit one, do a 16 count, go back and forth. The other part is basically an A. There's two other chords in it, but you'll see. So. Been a while. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. That's right. So for that fast part, open A string, second fret on the D. Then simple little one. So 3 2 3 2 3 2 0 on the A string. So from there, G. Power chord on the third fret, top string. Third fret, A string, second string there, second. So all right, anything I'm missing? So this is a lot more in depth than I normally go, but because of folk, like I said, I wanted to add the open chords, minor chords, sevenths, did all that. If you go back to the beginning of the video, there's the easiest stuff to play, you know what I'm saying, like the one finger chords, stuff like that. But I wanted a video to show kind of from the beginning all the way through some different techniques, stuff like that to be able to add in. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah. Stutter picking, what I call stutter picking anyway. Leaving some space at times and sometimes in weird places. This one's from the old band. I don't know what it's going to be called now. I wrote the guitar part to it, so I'm keeping it, but you kind of get what I mean by that stutter. That's why I call it stutter picking. Let me do it again. I'm not going at the same pace the whole time. Also, differentiating how many times you do stuff between different chords can help create, you know, space and everything else, if that's what you're looking for. So, Oh, all right. But yeah, like I said, this isn't going to be alkaline trio and shit like that. Anything else I am missing because did one finger chords, power chords, major chords, minor chords, sevenths, bends. Okay, bends. Put finger on the front. Hit the string. Keep your pressure. Pull down towards the ground. Or push up. You can do it one finger or two. Right? Can even wiggle it some. There you go. You can do it with chords. I don't really bend chords a lot, but yeah. So the video is not done yet, but it's almost done. If you want the easiest stuff, go back to the beginning of the video. That's where I have like the one finger chords, power chords, stuff like that. But mainly what's been covered in here so far is the one finger chords, power chords, open major chords, minor chords, sevenths, bends, slides, hammer-ons, pull-offs, percussive playing as well. I haven't done alternating bass lines, so okay. We'll do that real quick, kind of Hank Williams style. So, A chord, which is open second string, second fret, second fret, second fret, open, right? Start with the top string, hit that, skip the A and hit everything else. Then top, A, but alternating, see? Real easy. Like I said, this is kind of senior style, but open top string. Then you're going to hit the chord, not the A string, but the rest, right? So, then E, A, or oh, I also forgot walks, stuff like that. Okay, say that you are playing something and you don't feel like necessarily just goes from the chord to get to the next one. We'll do A to C, right? So we're going to start by playing an A chord, open A string, open A string, second fret, second fret, second fret, open. Hit that, right? And then for the walk, we're going to hit the, actually we'll go to a D. So, second fret on the A, third fret on the A, and then down here, I'm just going to do a power chord, right? There are other ways to get to it, but right now, that's probably easiest. So, A. So, how about this? So open, in this example, we're going to start with A. Open, hit, right? So second fret, third fret, fifth, power chord. So Let me get this right. It's been a minute. Here we go. Oh man, I've already been at this for an hour. Okay. Then sloppy, but you guys get it. Hopefully you can learn something from it, play something from it.